Designing a logo is no easy feat, especially if it's for a big brand. Logo designers have to be extremely careful when making these logos, as even the slightest mistake can tarnish the name of the company they represent. However, even the most careful of logo designers can fall prey to the most common logo mistakes. As you will see, here are the top 10 famous logos with huge mistakes. Number 10. Wikipedia. Wikipedia's logo is an ingenious one, an incomplete globe composed of puzzle pieces with different letters and characters on it, representing the idea of it being a free encyclopedia and allowing users from all around the world to freely add or edit any of its contents. While it does look like an inventive logo, it doesn't come off as a perfect one, as some observant users have found an inconspicuous error within it. Specifically, it's this Chinese character that doesn't represent the syllable we, as a minor stroke in the character made it have an entirely different meaning. While they did fix this in later revisions, the corrected character is still not correct, as it represents the syllable G in Chinese and not we. According to David Friedland, the creator of the logo, this was intended, as not all the characters in the Wikipedia logo were designed to represent the we syllable, as the other characters were chosen in random. Currently, Wikipedia's logo does not contain the wrong Chinese character anymore, as it has been replaced by another character. It seems that the logo, just like Wikipedia itself, required a few more edits for it to be perfect. Number 9. White House. As the official residence for the incumbent president of the United States, you would think that the accompanying logo would represent the iconic building accurately. Well, it didn't. In fact, there are a number of inconsistencies within the White House logo. First, let's take a look at the White House, and then take a look at the initial logo for the White House. Can you see the mistake in the logo? It's not entirely noticeable, but if you look at the middle set of windows, you would find that the one on the right has a pyramid on top of it, whereas the real deal has an arch over it. They did fix this minor error later on, but it introduced even more glaring mistakes. The right set of windows now has their pyramid and arch tops placed in the wrong order. The current logo, however, fixed all these errors, as they opted for a simpler look instead. I wonder what happened to the small pillars on both sides though. Number 8. London Olympics 2012. Considered by many as the worst Olympic Games logo, the London Olympics 2012 logo has earned a lot of flack from people due to its numerous blunders. To start off, its design looks like something coming from the 90s era. And while this is not a bad thing per se, a more modern look would have definitely been more fitting to represent the host country. Moving on to the logo itself, the logo is supposed to spell the numbers 2012, 2012, corresponding to the year of the Summer Olympic Games. But most people saw entirely different things. Iranians who participated in the annual games saw the letters Zion in it, which many Iranian officials deemed racist. This almost led to the Iranian team backing out from the competition, until Olympic officials stepped in and clarified the issue. Another group of people, however, saw a rather vulgar scene within the logo, as they saw famous cartoon character Lisa Simpson in it, performing something uncharacteristic of her. Nevertheless, the Olympic Games were successful, and the London Olympics 2012 logo has become a thing of the past. Number 7. 7-Eleven. Having the iconic mix of the colors green, red, and orange in its logo, it's easy to spot a 7-Eleven store even from afar. However, its logo is far from perfect, due to one thing: the letter N in the word 11 is in lowercase. Whilst obviously intentional, no one really knows the origin of this flaw in the logo. Some say that it is the owner's wife's decision to make the letter N lowercase, and the rest in uppercase, as it makes the logo look a bit more graceful, while others think that there is a linguistic history behind it. Regardless, most people believe that the small n creates a bit of an artistic touch for the logo. And to be honest, if they were to correct it right now, the logo would look a bit unnatural, as if capitalizing the N would make it out terribly out of place. Or maybe we've just grown accustomed to the logo with a small n on it. Number 6. WWE. WWE, short for World Wrestling Entertainment, has made only one significant change in its logo, and that is when they rebranded themselves from the World Wrestling Federation, or WWF. Until now, that is. The new logo of WWE adopted a cleaner, more stylish look, abandoning the scratchy appearance of their former logo. But this transition came with a flaw that upset some die-hard wrestling fans: a small nick in the bottom W. While it's not something that would make you scream in anger like Hulk Hogan, it can be a bit uncomfortable to look at, especially if you're a nitpicky art major student. For a multi-million-dollar company, it's quite unacceptable for a logo to have such a glaring error, but ultimately it was their choice to keep this remnant out of the design. Many fans presented some possible fixes for the logo, such as moving the red swoosh part of the logo a bit lower, making the nick disappear. Despite these suggestions, WWE still went with their logo design. Number 5. Monster. With a logo depicting massive claw marks from a presumably monstrous creature, you know that the Monster Company means business. However, it might also mean something else, something sinister. According to some people, the claw marks aren't just simple as that. Rather, they represent the Hebrew letter V, or Vav, the sixth letter in the Hebrew gematria. Replacing the 3 claw marks with the number 6 turns the logo into 666, also known as the Mark of the Beast. It doesn't help that the product tagline is Unleash the Beast, which furthers the conspiracy that the company is amongst the Antichrist faction. Executives of the company denied this accusation, stating that its design was purely coincidental and has no spiritual or religious meanings behind it. Rather, it was designed to represent the letter M, while at the same time having the appearance of a monster's huge claws. So go ahead and drink one if you want to. After all, it's not a sin to do so. Number 4. Walt Disney. Donning playful swirls and a cutesy appearance, the Walt Disney logo has become somewhat an iconic logo for both children and children at heart. Initially believed to be Walt Disney's signature, the logo was actually designed by one of Walt's staff members. So it's understandable why a lot of people think it's a mistake not to have used the founder's signature. But other people recognized something else, as they found a fatal error within the logo which intrigued conspiracy theorists. The swirls in the letters W, I, and Y all form the number 6, which again, just like the previous monster example, results in the design forming the number 666. Further fueling the conspiracies are the mysterious incidents that have happened at various Disneyland parks around the world. To Walt Disney's rumor of being an anti-Semitic person, is Disney secretly an evil corporation? No one really knows for sure. Let's just hope that crater on Mercury that looks awfully similar to Mickey Mouse isn't their secret lair. Number 3. Nintendo Switch. Nintendo is mostly known for its innovative gaming consoles and lovable characters. So when their newest console, the Nintendo Switch, was announced back in 2016, it received overwhelmingly positive responses worldwide. While most were excited to get their hands on one, some people noticed something else: the non-symmetrical logo of the Nintendo Switch. While it's hard to notice at first glance, viewing the logo with any image viewer reveals that it is indeed not symmetrical. The logo is off-center, and the left side is slightly larger than the right side. The buttons are also a bit off, as the button in the right side is slightly higher up than it should be. Also, if you place the 2 buttons on top of the other, you will see that the right button is a bit larger than the left one. Comparing the logo to the console, however, lets you see all the similarities between the two. Obviously, a huge company like Nintendo did this intentionally. After all, they probably spent millions to have it designed that way, so calling it a mistake isn't exactly true. However, for those who appreciate symmetry, this asymmetrical quirk must be annoying. Number 2. Pepsi. Pepsi Company's red, white, and blue globe is easily one of the most recognizable logos in the world. But unlike its rival company, the Coca-Cola Company, the Pepsi logo has undergone several drastic changes. Their latest update to the logo, however, ditched the asymmetrical balance of the red and blue waves, with the current logo having the red wave cover more area than the blue one. While the concept and color scheme is still present, something funny can be seen in the logo itself. Placing a small circle on top of the logo and some stubby arms and legs, you can see a morbidly obese man about to fall down. Making this even more interesting is the fact that sugary drinks, including Pepsi, are known to cause obesity, thus leading to the logo delivering the wrong message to its consumers, something along the lines of the company promoting obesity. To be fair to Pepsi though, they did launch several ad campaigns against obesity, so the logo depicting a fat man is just plain coincidence. Number 1. Google. Google is known for following simple yet effective approaches, which is evident by their many products. Their logos, including the newest one, also follow these principles. Simple as it may be, internet users were able to find some mistakes on their newest logo design. For one, the letter G in Google doesn't form a perfect circle, as well as the circle inside it. Thickness also varies throughout the logo, annoying graphic designers and perfectionists to no end. As a response to these naysayers, Google admitted that the logo revision is indeed not perfect. But they intended it to be that way. They wanted to continue the principle present on their previous logos: simple, playful, and approachable. They don't want to follow certain geometric rules because they want to be unconventional, a trait which sets them apart from other companies. However, this explanation did not sit well with geometric perfectionists worldwide. As the old saying goes, nobody's perfect, so the logo designers of these modern masterpieces may just be pushing the boundaries. Do any of the design quirks of these logos annoy you? Or would you change any of them? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.